Leadership that sticks, it's our topic for today. It's a wrap up of 2025. What happens to a team when peer accountability is avoided?
I think there's no improvement. We stop looking for that 1% better because we're no longer talking about what each other is doing.
Well, aside from, not meeting the expectation is the team will be like in all over the place. There's no path that they're going through towards meeting the goal or being successful.
Standards will also drop because, you know, what we tolerate becomes the new norm. What are some reasons we avoid holding each other accountable?
That's a good question. I think that we don't want to put them on the spot or maybe hurt their feelings, embarrass them.
Sometimes we're worried about our relationship with people, and we feel that if we hold people accountable, we can lose that relationship.
Well, how do we hold each other accountable and make this successful, right? And we don't ruin the relationship and we don't face that fear that we were talking about in the beginning. So the care framework is clarified expectations together, address it directly and soon, respect the relationship, and expect it back. Without clarity, accountability feels like criticism instead of alignment. It's not on, hey, this is the standard, this is what we all agreed on. It's more on pointing fingers. It looks like pointing fingers.
I mean, I think we should focus on the learnings, because if we keep on telling these are the things that we should have done or we could have done on that call to avoid those mistakes and all, it's still kind of like crucifying the person. But if we ask them about their learnings, so I think that would even motivate, okay, this is the real purpose of that. Go make mistakes and we'll fix it for you.
We need to address the behavior, not the person, and keep the shared goal in mind.
If I had this high emotions, I tend to keep quiet. But then this principle taught me that I have to go back to my point, what I really want to convey, and how these things will end up. Like the goal itself is really important. And that's why I chose these principles.
Prevention is better than cure. So when you have an upcoming meeting, you have to check yourself first. Are you emotionally stable enough to lead the meeting and keep the goal in mind? Then if the answer is no, then what are the steps that you have to do to be on that level?
Yeah, I also love the portion start with the heart. Before when I talk, I always think that I should win. Like the argument, the discussion, my point is I'm right. But when I learned about start with the heart, I always think what I really want.
So I think the highest return comes from slowing down, not beating up. Instead of trying to give answers, right? We slow down, we take a look at our processes, and that's when we get the highest return, right? When we let people be themselves and learn and explore their potential, that's when we get the highest return.
I feel like by doing it that way, you allow the leader to fail forward at the worst, and at the best, they're gonna make the right decision. But both are positive moves in the right direction.
My expectation is that if something happens, if I'm not doing something right, you're gonna do the same thing for me because you care about me.
Active listening is going to help you to understand the other person and to really see what is the problem. So I think that sometimes it's easy, but it depends on the environment and also on the other person.
A complaint has no solution. The way we're supposed to do it is a complaint with a solution is fine. Here's the issue. Here's the solution. Right? Bringing the solution to the table is what matters.
Trusting the process is grueling when you don't have the immediate results that you're looking for. It's slow and it's tedious and it's every day, and some days you feel like a loser. But at the end of the year, you get an award.
Yeah. And our last question of today is, what will we intentionally do differently in 2026?
Two things. One being open communication and no complaining. That's such a great kind of open communication and a complaint, but there's a solution behind it. And if we can intentionally make that a common ground for 2026, I think, you know, as a whole, we just become a much better organization.
Process over results. We've been having so many conversations with Ellie about not focusing on the numbers, but the process itself, on not checking the daily results every 5 minutes, but focusing on the stuff that I need to do and the steps that are working already. So that's what I'm trying to intentionally do differently this 2026.
Was a very good wrap up of our 2025. Let's keep working on our blind spots and things that didn't stick so we can make them stick.